Hi everyone, hope everyone is doing fine and healthy today. So today we have a quick review of one of my watches, one of my buddies on Snupps. Be sure to check Snupps out. It's like a social network for mostly watch lovers and other collectors, where you can post pictures of your collection, of your daily wear, coins, etc. It's really fun. It's a small community, so it's really personal. So get to engage with a lot of collectors directly through this app. And one of them was asking me to review this watch. Eddie, if you're watching, uh, yeah, that's the one that you asked for. And I thought, yeah, why I didn't actually review this watch at all, and I have it since a couple of years now, and it's one of my favorite watches to wear, especially as it's vintage and it's exactly my style of wearing. Although I'm not a big chronograph person, but as you can see, the watch I'm reviewing today is the Eldor Genève chronograph. I can even start the chronograph, and you can hear the sound. It's crisp, it's good. The feel is good when you press it, the button, the start button. The watch is from the 60s, early 60s, Eldor Genève with a Venus, I think 72 movement, which is one of the movements that looks great actually. And you can check how big is it. I would actually recommend getting a plastic caliper. I just have this metal caliper, and now I'm too lazy to buy a new one, and I know it will damage my watch. As you can see, it's 37 millimeters of width. Lug width is 19, as you can see, because I have this strap, and lug to lug is around, oh, let's get this smaller, 43 millimeters. So it's actually a modern size. 37 millimeters is for me perfect. These lugs, I don't know what's the name of the lugs. If you know the name of the lugs, please leave them down below. They look like fancy lugs or teardrop lugs, but they're more like looks like a welded lug, if I'm not mistaken, drilled lugs for the strap, which makes it so much easier to change the straps. The watch itself, it's just timeless, this design. The 12 and 6, and you have the indices, like golden indices, which like blink. The the gold plating of the watch is actually amazing for the age, I have to say. Eldor Genève. Here is the reference number, the strap from Rios. As you can see, the strap, and on my wrist, I have a 16.5 centimeter wrist, so I have an average size wrist. So as you can see, it looks actually perfect on the wrist size. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's just the perfect size, in my opinion, for such an elegant watch. And the watch is also not too thick. You can see that the crystal is maybe 3 millimeters thick, and the whole watch is around, I don't want to put it on the crystal so I don't scratch it. Yeah, around 10 millimeters thick, the whole watch. And the watch goes perfectly. Like if I want to dress it up, I wear it with this strap. Usually it's a calf leather strap, like soft, with a 19 going tapering down to 16. So a bit of tapering down, and it's actually stitched on the side, and it's very supple and very soft on the arms. If I want to not dress it up but wear it like more casually, and it looks amazing with this strap because it's a thick python leather strap, and it looks very cool if I'm going out somewhere. And if I'm taking it to the office and I want to, in the office mostly when I wash my hands, I need to take it off, so I don't want to be taking the watch off too much on a strap, so I wear it with this NATO Perlon strap, as it's much easier to go in and out from the watch. Yeah, as you can see, the watch chronograph is running. You can stop it, restart it, restarts back, zeros back to the zero, the 30 minutes chronograph timer screws back, and you can see we have here on the 3, I think that's the 6 or the 7, and no, a 3, 6, and 9. Like we have 3 stripes that show you the time on these 3, and you have the 60 seconds markers all around, 5, 10 increments. And yeah, the watch is actually one of my favorite watches to wear. I got a great deal on it, around 500 euros. I don't remember exactly. The condition was perfect. The watch was running a little bit too fast. I called the dealer. The dealer told me send it back to me. I sent it back to him. They fixed it, and it was working perfectly ever since. And I actually have here a Timegrapher on my hand, so you can actually think that, and then I can give you some clues about if you have a chronograph, vintage chronograph, what to do, how to do it, and what you should get. By the way, if you have a vintage watch, this is not a marketing something, or I'm just telling you because this product I use, this poly watch, and it's fantastic, to be honest. Small scratches on a acrylic crystal, you just put it on and it vanishes away. And of course, if you can get one of these, you won't regret it. You will be able to see the movement, look at the watch more closely on the dial, and so on. So let's put the watch on the Timegrapher and let's see. I'll be silencing it so you don't have to hear the silencing. And this watch actually was one of the watches that started my vintage, let's say, addiction. Because after I bought this watch, I was actually buying and selling several chronographs. I was trying to see what kind of style is my style. And after this one, I didn't buy any other vintage chronograph because I was like, you know what? I won't find anything else that would be exactly matching my preference like this one. I'm not a big chronograph guy. I don't like when there are too many dials, too many information in the dial, like the Navi timer, where you have the tachometer and so on and so forth. And yeah, after this watch, I actually decided to start collecting simple dress watches to see if this is my style, and that's something I will be doing in another video, just discussing how my philosophy in collecting, because yeah, it might be interesting for some people. So as we can see, it's -9, -13, -10, so not bad at all. The beat error is a bit high, 2.5. The amplitude is a bit low, 250, but that's a 60s watch. That's a 60-year-old watch, so I wouldn't ask for anything more or anything less than that. So let me pick this up and put this back. So as you can see, the watch is in fairly good condition. If I have to give you some advice on buying a watch, the name on the watch doesn't matter at all, because so many companies have existed in the 60s and 70s that made great watches, Swiss watches, that didn't exist after the quartz crisis. So look for a watch that you like, that aesthetics you like. Most probably they will have the same movement inside. If they have a Lemania movement, if they have a special movement, then definitely go for them. Otherwise, the Venus movement is a hard working movement. It's a workhorse movement. Easy to fix, easy to maintain. And of course, might be showing you also, is this... I don't want to open it, to be honest, because I don't want to get any kind of... wasn't prepared to opening it. But if you're interested in opening it, just leave me drop a comment down below, and I'll make another video for opening a couple of the watches, showing you the movements from these watches. So hopefully you learned something today new about the watch. And of course, if you are buying one of these watches, condition is number one you have to look for. If the buttons are working, if the watch is winding well, if it's looking good on the time graph like we saw, and if there's no damage on the dial. As you can see, the dial is like new, the indices, everything. That's the top three to look at. After that, you can look at the brand name, or there is several brand names like Excelsior Park, like Eldor. I had Atlantic. I had several of them that the companies don't exist anymore. So, thank you for watching. Hope you are safe and healthy. This is an invitation to like and subscribe, of course. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. And if you join on Snupps, be sure to add me as well. And hopefully see you in the next one. Have a great one. Bye bye.